Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, we will continue our lesson on PHP, okay, which is a server-side scripting language. It is related to the forms, okay, and user input. So basically, when you want to use PHP forms, okay, you will design your form using HTML first. Okay, after that, okay, we will do the action and also the processing using PHP language. So what is important in this topic is actually you need to know about get and post variable. Okay, so in PHP we have $_get and $_post variables used to retrieve information from forms. Okay, it is when you input the data in the form, so get or post variables will get the information. Okay, so this is example where you have your interface. Okay, so this is interface of your form, okay, where you have your name and age. Okay, so input type you use is text and you have name. Okay, so name is same as the variable concept, so you need to use the unique name or different variable name. Okay, and then when you what happen, okay, when you input, so when you submit, so it will display back the information. Okay, so what happened, so you will have your welcome, okay, action welcome.php, so means that when you click submit, so it will go to the welcome.php. So what is the method that you use is post. Alright, so when user fill out the form above, okay, you key in your name and also age, it will display in the welcome.php. So what will display in the welcome.php is you will display back, okay, welcome, okay, and then display back the name that you have key in the form, and also you will display your age that you key in the form. Okay, so this is something like this. Okay, this is the form, the output that will be displayed, okay, from the form that you have key in. Okay, what is the difference between get and post function? Okay, we will explain later. So in terms of the form validation, so user input should be validated on the browser whenever possible by the client scripts. So browser validation is faster and reduce the server load. So you should consider server validation if the user input will be inserted into a database. So a good way to validate a form on the server is to post the form to itself instead of jumping to a different page. So the user will then get the error message on the same page as the form. This makes it easier to discover the error. So okay, we will look detail, okay, on the form validation, okay, after we go to the get and post method. So the built-in get function or variable is used to collect values in the form with the method get. Okay, and with the post function also same. Okay, but what is the difference? So when you are using get method, so it is visible to everyone. So means that it will be displayed in the browser address in your URL address. Okay, so if you enter your name and age, so it will display the name and age. Okay, I will show you. Okay, so this is the example of the form. Okay, so I save as .html. So I use method get. Okay, and then when you click button submit, it will go to welcome.php. So this is the code of welcome.php where you display back what you have input. Okay, so I use, okay, we try get first. Okay, then okay, you need to run your XAMPP. Okay, after that start. Okay, then you go to your browser. Okay, and then type localhost. Okay, and then type the folder tutorial. So I put the file inside the folder tutorial. So the name of the form is form.html. So I put name, for example, is Rashida, age 17, okay, and then submit. So it will display to the welcome.php. Alright, class, look carefully in here. Okay, when I'm using get, okay, what happened in my URL? So it will display back what I have key in. Okay, so ts.rashida and age 17. Okay, so this is what we will get when you use get method or function. Okay, now we change. Okay, so we use method post. Okay, and then you need to change save. Okay, once you have changed, save, and then go to welcome.php and also put the post. Okay, and then save. Okay, then go back to the URL. Okay, refresh back the form. Okay, then submit. Okay, what happened here? So you don't have any input data in your URL. Okay, so you need to choose wisely when you use get or post method, but normally we will use post method because it is more safer. You not expose what you have key in. Okay. Okay. Okay, another one, okay, we have the request function. So contains for both get and post and cookie. Okay, so request function can be used to collect form data sent with both the get and post method. Okay, so this is how you use. So same. So you just use $, okay, uppercase request, okay, and then put the name, okay, of your form. Okay, so this is actually the name of your form. Okay, alright. Okay, and then we look at the validation of the form in the W3 School. Okay, so in terms of the validation here, okay, in W3 School have explained very detailed, okay, about the security or about tips on the security when you processing PHP forms. So actually it is very important where you have security when you process your form, because the form that you ask user to input, maybe you have a very confidential information. Okay, so what here explain, okay, especially for the using, okay, the special server method, okay, function PHP self. So it is actually the super global variable that returns the file name of the current executing script. So this is not in our syllabus, okay, but you can try, okay, to use this, or you can try to understand. Okay, so the server, okay, the super global server sends the submitted form data to the page itself instead jumping to a different page. So in this way, okay, when you access, okay, when you user will get error message in the same form. So that is very good. Okay. Okay, what is the HTML special chars, okay, function, okay, which is convert special character to HTML entities. Okay, so this means that it will replace HTML character, okay, this tag, okay, and prevent attackers from exploiting the code by injecting HTML or JavaScript code. So in these notes explain very detailed on the hackers, okay, how the hacker can hack the variable server, okay, and it is not good for the security purpose. Okay, so I want you to read this, okay, for extra knowledge. Okay. Okay, so in terms of the form required, okay, basically you have learned this when you design, okay, your form using HTML. So when you want to have when you want the user to enter the information, you want the user to fill in the information, okay, means that there is no empty, okay, empty field, so you use the required. Okay. So PHP forms, when you design the forms, you can make required fields. What is required field? So it will ask the for example, you don't want the user to empty the field, you force the user to key in the data. So that one is one of the validation technique using required fields, in HTML5. So for example, name, email, website. If website optional, we can have valid URL and also same as email. When you are using type equal to email, so it will detect it will do the validation for the email address, for example. So this is example where you have for the validation to set the empty values, different variables and set the empty values. So this one is using PHP code. So this is if the user empty the field, you will display the error message. For example, name, email address, website, and so on, right? And in the PHP, you can also display the error message. So this one, so using the PHP code. So this is example where you will add little script after each required field. So this is just an error message that you want the user to know. What is the error message? That is if the user tries to submit the form with of the required fields. Same as the empty message. Let us see the example. So you try to submit, so it will have the red color, and then you need to have your name is required, email required. So this is how it goes. So for your project, I hope that you have the validation, at least for the empty, just using the HTML. Next we look at the form complete example. So this is where you input your name, and then you will display name using type text, email, website, comment, input gender. This one is using this is example where you're using your radio. So I will give you example where you use your radio button and also the chat box. So this is using IZ function. So this is example where you have I have added the gender. So this is the radio button. So what is the behavior of radio button? So you will choose either one. So that's why your name is same. And then your value, you put your value, because if you want to display what the user enter, so you it will retrieve the value that user choose. So this is the form. And then in the welcome.php, you need to add PHP equal post gender. So gender is basically the variable name, and then it will retrieve the value, either male or female. So alright, then we look at the form here. I have added. So you just key in, then submit. So it will get the female. How it will get a female is based on the value. If you don't put the value, it will not detect the input that what is the gender that you have chosen. Okay. Okay, so next we look at the how you can select multiple input. Okay, for example, you have checkbox. Okay, so for read the button, you will choose either one. So that's why your name is you use the same name. Okay, as a variable because it will choose either one. Okay, but for checkbox, you can select multiple input, or you can display more than one input. Okay, so this is one of the way. Okay, you can use array, so you can define your name as array. Okay, so that you can use the same name. Okay, but if you are not using array, so you need to use different name. Okay, and then how you get or retrieve the data, so you can use for each. Okay, for each is used to display all the elements in the array in the easiest way. Okay, so you will post, okay, get retrieve the hobby, okay, as selected, okay, using the variable selected, and then you will echo the variable selected. Okay. Okay, let's say if you have more than another input, so you can just add, okay, another hobby that you have. Okay, so make sure you key in the correct. Okay, reading, cycling, and cooking. Okay, save. Right, and then we go to the form. Okay, so you just key in. Okay, let's say you want to click all the hobbies. Okay, so it will display all the hobbies. Okay, so this is very basic about PHP and form, how you retrieve using post method or get method. Okay, alright, so I hope you get something from this tutorial. So I want you to try on your own to get some idea. Okay, when you try, you will experience, and hopefully it will be more impactful to you in terms of your understanding. Okay, alright, that's all. Okay, thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.